Shri Mohammad Nadimul Haque.
Sir,
8 minutes.
so 1 minute.
8 minutes.
Thank you. Sir, thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak on the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill. Sir, Kashmir is a cradle of dreams. It is the sanctuary of hope for 13.6 million Kashmiris. Kashmir is the jewel in the crown of India. The government, sir, has made a habit out of bulldozing legislation. Of every 10 legislation, 3.5 are ordinances. But I hope this House deliberates on Kashmir. Let our deliberation be more than just jumlas and election gimmicks. Let them be the resounding voice that calls for justice and the recognition of the Kashmiri people's right to adult franchise and to be governed by their elected representatives. Sir, what Jammu and Kashmir and the Union of India had, and I stress had, was a special understanding of the unique historical and cultural identity of the people of Kashmir and a deep sense of constitutional respect. What is the government's rationale behind the Lieutenant Governors nominating members to the State Assembly? I ask, sir. This indicates that the government has no intention to conduct elections. The nomination of these members ideally falls within the purview of the elected State Legislative Assembly. This contradicts the Supreme Court's verdict on Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. The verdict, dated today, specifies that election to the Legislative Assembly cannot wait for the restoration of statehood. Sir, this bill reflects the government's profound disregard for the Constitution, parliamentary democracy, and the people of Jammu and Kashmir. While the bill was being discussed in Lok Sabha, there were mentions of the flag being hosted and movies being screened in Kashmir. Years ago, in the very same house, Srimati Sushma Swaraj had said that ordinary men are not affected by fancy things. Sir, the ordinary people of Kashmir are affected by ordinary things. In the freezing winters of December, ordinary rural wage workers in Kashmir are affected by the unemployment rate being over 21%, one of the highest in the country. In the freezing winters of December, ordinary families in Kashmir are affected by the 12 to 16-hour long power cuts. So please remember that this is the longest the state has seen in 2 decades. In the freezing winters of December, 66% ordinary villages in Kashmir are affected.
Honorable member.
Sir, in the freezing winters of December, ordinary families in Kashmir are affected by 12 to 16-hour long power cuts. I repeat. Yes. Sir, please remember that this is the longest the state has seen in 2 decades. In the freezing winters of December, 66% ordinary villages in Kashmir are affected by not having access to functional household tap connections. Sir, in the freezing winters of December, as we sit in the comfort of these chambers in New Delhi, let us not forget the biting cold that seeps into the bones of those in Kashmir, grappling with the basic necessity of employment, electricity, or clean water. Sir, when the government speaks of representation and expression of people's mandate, it reeks of double standards. I ask this government, whom does it aim to serve by crushing academic and political dissent? Why did India rank 161st out of 180 countries in the Press Freedom Index? Why do studies show that in more than 198 serious attacks on reporters between 2014 and 2019, 40 journalists were killed? What a shame. Sir, the government wants states to follow the center. But how can we expect state legislatures to be accountable when the legislature of the union, that is the parliament, sends only 1 out of every 10 bills for scrutiny. How can we expect state governments to function effectively when the union government refuses to release funds that rightfully belongs to them? Since December 2021, the government at the center has blocked more than 18,000 crores for Bengal under Manrega, Awas Yojana, Gramin Sadak Yojana, and National Social Assistance Program. Despite continuous protests, letters, and appeal from my party leaders, members, and wage workers, there has been nothing but silence. Instead of cooperative federalism, our efforts have been met with a deafening lack of response. This is not Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. This is Kuch Logo Ka Saath, Kuch Logo Ka Vikas. The government's politics are based on exclusion, but it will not work in West Bengal because the children of Bengal sing with their heads held high.
Honorable member.
Sir,
Please come back to the subject.
the government is boasting that everything is idle in JNK since 2019. Sir, I remind the House once again that it is not just about tourism. Allow me to share 4 points. That the solid waste management under Swachh Bharat Mission, so more than 60% villages do not have it in Kashmir. Under Ayushman Bharat, 7,000 ineligible beneficiaries and 3 lakh incorrect household IDs have been found. Under Ujjwala Yojana, sir, there is below average consumption. Sir, yet the government boasts of normalcy. So how can the government boast of normalcy in the people of Kashmir are engulfed in chilling embrace of unrest and uncertainty? Sir, I only say that this is not about politics or mere tokenism anymore. This is about the fate of 13.6 million Kashmiris whose destinies are determined by everyone but themselves. So I end, sir.
Yes.
नक्श है हर जुल्म जिसका वादे कश्मीर पर, उसने दहशतगर्द लिखा अमन की तस्वीर पर, कहाली की लग गई दिमक हर एक तदबीर पर, इक्तफा करके रह गया हर कश्मीरी तकदीर पर।